Yo, what's good? BeardMaps here. Just gonna showcase my Plasma Blast 10M DPS bosser really quick here. We got the more difficult fragments for Arbiter, and we're gonna blast them real quick. So this build is kind of a meme bosser. It's got 10 on the Plasma Blast, and the map clear is not the greatest. So it's got no defenses. The map clear is not the greatest. But check out this boss DPS. It's hilarious, man. Such a meme.
I hope my magic missile.
So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna emergency reload and then elemental weakness. And then we're gonna charge up the Plasma Blast and blast them. We got elemental weakness here. We're gonna charge up our emergency reload. We're charging up the Plasma Blast here. Could be a one-shot, no problem. Oh, unfortunately we gotta do some mechanics here.
You can do it. Do the effing mechanics, Beard.
Sometimes you can just get another shot off right away. This time we had to do these mechanics.
Do the mechanics or do not. If you do not, there is no loot.
So we got another Plasma Blast off there. Sometimes you can just get two off back to back, but he did the orb mechanics there, so I actually had to kind of focus up for a second. But we'll showcase a quick map here just to show you what the clear is like. Like, it's manageable. It's not the best, but it still works. We need a map. So we can run any map mods. Some are less comfy, like reduced chance to bleed or whatever that mod is. Whoa, I don't know what that YouTube update was about. I don't know what that was about. I get notifications from YouTube. So anyway, so this is what the clear is like. Oh, we are using. Honestly, for the boss there, I forgot to swap belts. We were using a headhunter belt there. I have a Darkness Enthroned with increased magnitude ailments and increased bleed. So normally our boss DPS is even better than that. Alright, we sold one of our crossbows that we fractured.
What is Fire Divine's gonna buy you in this league, Beard? Hey, Beardy boy!
The mapping does feel kind of comfy. But it's honestly not the fastest mapper though. I'd probably give it like maybe a B- for mapping speed, maybe a C+, B-. The damage is good for map clear, more of like a meme bosser. Anyway, you've already seen the boss DPS, so I'll just go over the build now. So what we're doing is we have a high damage elemental crossbow. A really important stat here is increased elemental damage with attacks, +7 all proj, and the crit chance. If we had higher crit on this instead of T2, if we had T1 crit, we'd probably be at 100% crit on our Plasma Blast. So that's one place we're missing crit. So since we have such a high elemental damage crossbow, on our ascendancy here, bleeding you inflict on cursed targets is aggravated. That's what the elemental weakness is for. And elemental damage also contributes to bleeding magnitude. So with our Darkness Enthroned, we're stacking bleed magnitude, or you can use a headhunter for map clear. We're using Malagaro's Virtuosity, and this is for crit chance, and your crit hit cannot be rerolled. Honestly, I don't know how this really works, but someone recommended it, so. But we have 2 socket on this, and we have increased magnitude of bleed on both. High elemental damage to attack on our rings, and we're just fixing our reses with our rings, and we mirrored it. You probably could get that Atziri armor that has +1 corrupted skills and really high ES, but I just didn't have like 250 to 500 div or whatever that armor costs to wear that. So we're just using a high ES armor for now. Our helmet is just for plus skills and crit chance. The increased mana cost efficiency is kind of nice, I guess. This is our amulet. It's just spirit. We need at least like 30 plus spirit on our amulet so we can fit in all the heralds. And I tried to hit +4 on a couple amulets with Sanctify, but it didn't go too well. I bricked a lot of amulets. So we just have high LE damage crossbow, high flat LE on our rings, Malagaro's Virtuosity, Headhunter or Darkness Enthroned, +3 skills on a Vertex, and then the boots are just to fix our reses and movement speed. We're using Flail of the Axe, Silver Charm for Onslaught, Barrow's Anguish, which just creates more Ignite, and Nascent Hope for Energy Shield Recharge when we become frozen. I'll go over the passive tree quick. The really important thing here is Blood Barbs. Sanguine Tides is just more physical damage for consuming life charge flasks. The 25% life loss is prevented over 4 seconds is like Petrified Blood from Path of Exile 1. So this is just like, it's like a damage buffer kinda. Like, so 25% of a hit will be inflicted as dot damage, so it just prevents from the big one-shots. Like, it helps prevent big one-shots. And then we have more life based off the energy shield on our equipped body armor. I'll just hover over the passive tree quick. I will post the POB in the description, so you'll be able to look at it more in depth. We're just taking a lot of crit nodes, ailments, damaging ailments, and crit nodes pretty much. Like, we're taking all that, and a couple attack damage nodes. So for our jewels, the way you can kind of craft these, this isn't even the best. It's only 2 out of 4, well, 2.5 out of 4 stats. You want magnitude of damaging ailments, and then preferably you would want crit to cap your crit, and any other damaging ailment mod that you could get would help. But those are our jewels. The other ones look similar. Like, this one's better. It's got increased crit chance and increased duration of damaging ailments and 20% magnitude of damaging ailments. But pretty much you could just get away with the fractured stat that I have on there and the increased crit chance for attacks. We have a time loss jewel with 10% increased magnitude and crit and magnitude of ailments inflicted. And then we're using +3 Plasma Blast, Prism of Belief. This is not necessary. This is just if you're really pushing high max damage. Like even with a +2 or a +1 or not even having this, you can still pretty much one-shot every boss if you do the combo correctly. We're using Serrated Edges and Blood Tearing. I got kind of lucky and got this pretty cheap. I think it might be expensive now. I'm not 100% sure. And then for one more jewel, we're using a Heart of the Well. With damage is extra, crit chance, and the skill effect duration is just a bonus. You don't really need that. But if you could get 2 damages extra and crit chance, or even 3 damages extra. Actually, I don't think you can get 3 fixes, but yeah, just something like this. Or even movement speed instead of skill effect. Anyway, that's the passive tree. I'll go over the gems really quickly. On crossbow shot, we don't really use this, but I have bleed, rapid attacks, pinpoint critical, and elemental armament. We're using life remnants with harmonic remnants 2, remnant potency 3, and precision 1. That's another reason why we need some spirit. The plasma blast, it's corrupted to be a 21, and we have 16 additional levels from other global modifiers. I think cap is 40, and I think you could get it to cap if you got like a +4 vortex, a +4 amulet, maybe, or one skill somewhere else. I think you could probably cap this. We have bleed 3 on it, deep cuts 2, pinpoint critical, concoct 2, and ambrosia 2. Galvanic shards is for clear. We're using Ratha's assault. This is to reload the bolts. Bleed 3, pinpoint critical, elemental armaments 2, and dominus grasp, which is just like every time you hit someone it chains. So it just helps with the clear. Emergency reload. we're using this for the big blast on bosses. This gives us 33% more damage when we shoot that big blast. It lasts, I think, 6 seconds, so time it correctly. Cooldown recovery 2, efficiency 2, and prolonged duration 2. Herald of Blood, this helps for clear. Pinpoint critical, ambush, magnified area 2, and Uruk's smelting. Herald of Thunder, we have elemental armament 2, pinpoint critical, elemental focus, and culling strike 2. Herald of Ice just helps for clear as well. Magnified area 2, cold mastery, concentrated area, and elemental focus. Herald of Ash, magnified area 2, swift affliction 2, and fire mastery. Elemental weakness, when we curse something, the bleed we put on them is aggravated, so it increases the damage that we do per second quite a bit. Because aggravated just means that the bleed that you inflicted will do damage faster. Titan Curse, Focus Curse, and Efficiency 2. What we're doing is we're weapon swapping for the Plasma Blast. We have the same weapon in our offhand. And we're using Elemental Conflux with Prolonged Duration and Cold Mastery. This grants 72% more damage with the affected element. Since Herald of Ash and Herald of Ice aren't really doing much for bosses, we can weapon swap to Blast, and this increases our damage by quite a bit. Is there anything else I need to cover? I wouldn't consider this a medium budget build. This bow cost me a boatload of divines to craft, and this ring wasn't cheap either. So if you want to try a high budget meme bosser build that can one-shot any boss in the game, that has no defenses and is kind of frustrating for mapping, then give this a go. I'll leave the POB in the description. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was at least entertaining or informative. And if you like this kind of content, please leave a like and sub. And thank you for watching, Exiles, and good luck out there in raid class. Take care. Bye bye.